Hello guys, it's Aaron back from Team Deep Sea Haven,
Phatman's back.
and we're going to be talking about the downfall of WCW. Because, I mean, this is kind of a topic that any real wrestling fan from any real era can really look at and kind of tell.
Seems
kind
just so blatant.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely, like, companies that we see nowadays are kind of heading down that same route.
TNA, Ring of Honor,
I see WWE kind of falling down that road right now.
WWE in some cases.
Because, I mean, like, how much they paid Brock Lesnar just to show up to maybe, like, eight events is kind of really bad money management.
Brock Lesnar sucks, but that's not the point.
Like, it's really bad money management, and I mean, like, we lost our pyrotechnics because of money. You know what I mean? We lost the fireworks and things like that during shows, but I mean, they still have that. So that's what I mean. Where money could be more well managed. So the first topic of conversation is
it's gonna be, and a lot of people may not actually realize that this happened, but when Chris Benoit was with WCW, they actually allowed him to leave WCW still as their reigning champion. He offered, I'll drop the title to whoever you guys want before I leave, so you guys have a champion. And they said no. They just said leave with the title. And you can't really say that your title means anything if you're just gonna let a superstar leave and not drop the title to someone.
I mean, it's like that one guy who faced China. Remember when he was Continental Champion, and he ended up forcing WWE to pay him I think it was 3 times the amount he was supposed to. It was really, really bad. And I mean, remember the one women's champion who threw the one title in the garbage, when she left as champion.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a whole bunch of weird things that happen with that. I mean,
just imagine what would have happened if WWE actually let CM Punk leave with the title.
Yeah, I mean, he would have defended on Ring of Honor, like you mentioned, or things like that. So it's definitely interesting to see that there's some even newer events / older events that have happened that are somewhat similar, either if they're true or kayfabe or not.
Yeah, kayfabe's kind of gone.
I mean, yes and no. There's certain wrestlers who still hold up to kayfabe. Kayfame, I should say.
To an extent.
I mean, you look at those older wrestlers who really keep up with it, but I mean, even like a new generation superstar like John Cena.
He could drop kayfabe if he chose.
But it's just not his thing.
It's not his thing. He's a company man.
And I mean, it's really cool to see another company man in this time of era, because I mean, if you look back in WCW, there wasn't really a lot of company man for that company.
Right. There was just kind of a lot of guys that wanted to, make their money while they were there.
And then leave and not care.
Right.
I mean, look what happened with some of these wrestlers on this list, So.
Because the next one, would be Bill Goldberg.
Yes, Goldberg and his streak of dominance.
Yeah.
Really good. He just destroyed the lower card, the mid card. I even think he got to a couple ups like their top stars.
Their top stars. He had a couple great matches with, but
I think like how many matches did he win? It was like 100 or something, wasn't it?
I'm not 100% sure of the exact total.
I think it was like 100 and something. Don't quote me on that, but I definitely think it was like a crazy high number of just wins and no losses, and that's really cool. I mean, you saw the WWE try to do something similar with Ryback.
Yeah.
And then Goldberg again, where he faced Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, you definitely can see two companies that one has been gone for years, but I mean, WWE is still going back to that old thing of, Goldberg came in, destroyed the champion Brock Lesnar,
and then nothing.
30 seconds?
Yeah. And then nothing.
Then nothing, because that's what they wanted to do with him.
But, he also had his streak of doing stuff that just seemed pointless while he was with WCW, like eating, whose contract? I think it was Scott Hall. Yeah. On an episode of Nitro, Goldberg actually ate Scott Hall's contract, the paperwork, and because there was no paperwork, Scott Hall became a free agent.
So they used their actual documents, not a joke document.
Exactly.
And that's why industries fail. That's definitely, yeah. I mean, like, stupid mistakes like that are just are insane.
And then you also think about, they just threw money around.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was nothing.
I mean, they had a really big person backing them with a lot of money, but I mean, even if you have somebody really with a lot of money backing you, you still have to make sure you have your checks and your balances, you know, like where you're spending too much or where are we going to be okay, where are we going to be in the next 5 years. And I feel like WCW was worrying about the now, while the WWE was kind of being smart and worrying about the future.
Right.
Setting up a whole bunch of future stars. Because, I mean, you had when WCW got rid of Stone Cold Steve Austin, WWE picked him up.
Right.
Let him, then we had Bret Hart turn heel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do his finisher on him with him passing out in his own blood. You know what I mean? Making him go over as a growing superstar, being like,
right.
Wow, he's a monster, man.
I just want you to remember one other thing real quick, just because you mentioned Bret. Triple H screwed Bret.
Okay.
So did Shawn Michaels.
You cannot prove it, but you cannot disprove it.
HBK screwed Bret.
You technically cannot prove it. It could be still case.
He screwed Bret.
You can't say.
Okay.
You cannot say without 100%. It's not a shoot. And if it was a shoot, it was the best in the world.
Facts.
So.
But going back to the just throwing money out the window.
They got rid of Stone Cold, who could have been. Look at 316. Austin 316 is all I have to say.
Exactly. One of the most recognizable entrance musics. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times are you listening to the entrance music while you're watching a card and you're not 100% sure who it is?
Very true, unless they're like older superstars where their music is just atones to your soul.
But even to today, you know, there's those very few that you know right off the bat. Undertaker, Triple H,
John Cena.
John Cena.
I would say the Hardy Boys.
The Hardys.
When they're tag team, then Jeff Hardy's alone, because his is kind of like...
When he makes his spot appearances, Edge.
Yeah, definitely, because like that fast jump. Randy Orton.
Yep.
Definitely.
Austin.
Yeah.
All you need to hear is that window break.
Yeah. That glass break.
Yeah.
And you definitely know it's him.
But
I would say he's big, but his music isn't that poppy, is The Rock. Sometimes
but you still know.
I don't know sometimes.
Then you need to watch more Rock.
I'm not a huge fan of The Rock, though.
Well, then...
Only time I liked The Rock is when it was the I Quit match with Mick Foley, when he hit him with the chair 12 times.
Wasn't Mick Foley handcuffed?
Yes. He hit him in the skull 12 times with
Yeah.
If you ever want to see some bloody stuff, I guess he had a mental break. He was supposed to get hit 5 times and then say, I quit. He had a mental break. He's like, I'm not gonna quit. After that, you know, like I'm a beast. I'm a man. You know what I mean? And he got into his
12.
character, and it was 12 on top of that 5.
Yeah. I
mean, you have to kind of appreciate how much the human body can endure at that point.
Oh God, yeah.
So I mean,
we're getting hit in the skull 12 times.
We're getting a little bit off topic with WCW, but I mean, at that time when we're having that attitude era, WCW has their own style of attitude, like
they have their own little attitude segment, but they burnt money stupidly. Yeah. I looked this up a little while ago, but WCW paid a guy named James Brown. Do you know who he is?
No.
Nobody did. They paid him $25,000 to dance during the Super Bowl with zero advertising because they thought that it would draw fans in. They didn't advertise anything. Nobody knew who he was. You just wasted $25,000 for a 2-minute segment.
I mean, smart money management?
Question mark?
Yes. Question mark and then like one regular, one upside down. I kind of messed it up, but whatever.
Yeah, it'll be alright. The next one, Hulk Hogan is one of the reasons that WCW fan.
Yeah, I mean, failed. But like with like the New World Order, like definitely wasn't a flop in any sense. I mean, their merchandise, I'm still buying it today. That's the only thing that I think helped them a tiny bit from Hulk Hogan was the New World Order.
That was it.
Hollywood Hogan. And then after that, who cared about Hogan again?
Until he came back to WWE.
I can't even say I liked him then. I was like, oh, yay, it's Hulk Hogan.
Yay.
You know what I mean? He's a real American. I didn't care. All right, do your little ear thing and then get out of my stage. I want to watch real wrestlers now. You know what I mean?
Fine, you didn't like the ear thing?
No, I hated it. I hated it, especially when he did that. You know, and I was always thinking about Mick Foley, how he lost a part of his ear. You know, when he got hung.
Or how Tyson bit somebody's ear off.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah, I'm Mike Tyson, you mate. Oh, that'd be a messed up pairing. Mike Tyson and Mick Foley.
He's missing part of his ear.
Yeah, when he goes to bite, it's gone.
He goes
to bite, it's gone.
It'd be messed up.
Yep.
But that's way off topic. But you know, then what?
I said wow.
Wow. Then you also have the superstar Vampiro.
Yeah, him and the Crow or whatever his name was. We
Yeah,
talked
he
about him in
wasn't
the
big
TNA. The TNA.
He wasn't big enough.
No, we talked.
Raven.
Yes,
Raven,
right.
Raven,
Crow.
Raven.
We had the Vampiro.
The Crow.
The Crow. Raven. It doesn't matter. It's a fuck. Whoop, my apologies on the language. It is a bird. It's a bird. Okay, you can't blame me for a bird.
YouTube is gonna desensitize you.
That's why it's gonna be blacked out. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. It might just be a long bleep. It might just be my face for pause for a second. I don't know. You'll see.
But,
unless I forget.
And then we apologize.
Unedited. It's already 10 minutes in. I mean, YouTube algorithm. We're not gonna talk about that actually. But continue.
But Vampiro, he had a long-standing skit with WCW, where he would have blood falling from the ceiling, and it would immobilize and confuse the superstar.
Yeah.
They messed it up. The blood was supposed to fall in the middle of the ring on, I believe it was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people in the front row got covered in blood.
Fake blood, hopefully?
Yeah, well, I mean, kayfabe.
Kayfabe, yeah.
But yeah, they messed that up big time. And the funny thing about it is, Ric Flair's in the ring pretending like it hit him. He's all confused and mobilized, and he didn't have a drop of kayfabe blood on him at all.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. I have a key fob. Whatever.
But, I mean, what do you do at that point? If you have a scripted way of how the match is supposed to go, you're going to have to fake it to make it. Dive out the ring and roll in blood, I guess, is what you wanted to do?
You'd have to roll all over the people that bought front row seats.
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to roll all over random people.
You have them move out the way, you roll on the floor. You get some ants you get some, like, sucker pieces and some wrappers.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Not even popcorn. I don't think they sell popcorn at Wrestling Joe's. Do they?
Yes.
I've never went to a live event.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll go one time.
I'm poor. But
we'll talk about that. That's a different...
Maybe you guys can be there for my first experience.
A little bit of a...
Precursor?
Yeah.
Next thing?
Scott Steiner?
Steiner. Oh,
Scott Steiner and Scott Hall are
I think of like him and Triple H with the muscle contest. Where it's like who does the more steroids? Pretty much at that point.
Who does more steroids? I like that with Big Show and I'm blanking on his name. Mayonnaise. Looks like a jar of mayonnaise. Sheamus.
I would say Miracle Whip mayonnaise has some type of tin.
Whatever. Big Show and Sheamus. When Big Show was punching the machine. And Sheamus came out and booted it.
Yep.
Who does more steroids?
Yeah. I mean, at this day and age, they do a lot of testing. I mean, as long as you're not a part-timer, you're fine.
Part-timers don't get tested.
Exactly.
That's why Brock Lesnar's still with WWE.
But
that's not for here nor there.
I mean, John Cena's now a part-timer, and I just want to say he looks like he bumped up 3 sizes in muscles since he started movies.
Bro, I agree with that a lot.
I've been watching interviews, and I don't think he would do that because hustle, loyalty, and respect, but maybe hustle, loyalty, and steroids. That's another topic for...
and respect the steroids.
Maybe that's another topic for another time.
Scott Steiner had a bad run where he kind of forgot that you're not supposed to curse on live TV, and he had a couple choice words for Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Kind of rhymes with base mole.
Oh.
But yeah. You know, and then their commentators were horrible.
I complain about modern day WWE commentators. They were just terrible. I put my TV on mute when I watch them on the. on the WWE Network.
With
It's just terrible.
with WCW's commentators, you know.
Name one memorable person, and I'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. 1 second. Just wait. We'll give them a couple seconds.
Just write down in the comment.
You just had 10 seconds, and you didn't remember anything. You're not alone.
We don't either. Big wrestling fans don't remember WCW commentators
At all. I mean, but Taz,
you know,
Michael Cole,
JR, Michael Cole,
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler. You had CM Punk for the one night.
I mean, Vince McMahon himself.
Yeah.
I didn't mind him as a commentator.
He just doesn't know how to walk down the aisle and get in the ring.
Tearing both the quads. But, besides that point, let's move on to the next topic of conversation.
Yeah. That had to hurt.
Yeah.
Being sent home with pay, their whole punishment.
Oh yeah, where you get still paid for the night that you're supposed to do it, you just don't work that night.
I wonder if TNA did that with Jeff Hardy.
I'm guessing what happened is I'm pretty sure he had probably a reasonably big fine. 'Cause, I mean, that match was hyped up crazy high, and I think it was on their WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was their big pay-per-view, and yeah.
Came out completely intoxicated, and I think on other narcotics, illegal narcotics.
He was not fit to be in a ring.
And I mean, I definitely got to give him props for going for, you know what I mean, he did in the whole rehab, and definitely he's doing better for his kids and stuff, so I gotta give him a lot of props for his growth. What?
Wasn't a voluntary rehab entry.
I know.
It was kind of forced.
But I mean...
by his family.
Exactly, but I mean, he knew, at the end of the day, he now knows that's what he needed. And that's what matters as a wrestler and people in general, you know what I mean, growth as a person.
You know, and then the other thing that, you know, they did is they ruined superstars. I mean...
Yeah, they buried so many.
Well, not even buried, but...
I mean, think about the buried thing. Anybody for Goldberg. They buried everybody for him.
Well, yeah.
And they destroyed all these upcoming stars that would bring them money to raise one superstar.
Do you remember what they did to Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, they took off his mask.
How do you take off the mask of a
luchador?
Luchador. Luchador. Yeah.
Yeah, because their respect and their pride is through their mask.
Their respect and pride is through their mask, and you took it off to hype him, and you know, shed that mask. But as soon as you shed him of the mask, you buried him.
Yeah.
So you unmasked him for nothing.
You got rid of what everybody wanted to see. Now everybody saw what they wanted to see, and that's it. Because a part of watching Rey Mysterio as a kid was wondering, what does he look like? Because there's certain luchadors who never show their face.
Bro, he has like orange hair.
Who?
Rey Mysterio.
I don't know, I saw he has like blonde hair.
Maybe he dyes his hair.
Possibly.
Because I remember he almost got unmasked one time on WWE and you could see orange hair.
Maybe.
And I was like, you have a mask on. Why are you dyeing your hair?
Because he can walk around in a normal life?
Not without a mask.
Yes, he can.
Not if he's following the luchador.
No, luchador thing.
I know.
If they don't know who you are fine. God. I'm pretty sure, at least.
And then their injuries just were... Everybody was injured.
I mean, because you had everybody doing the strong style of fighting where, like, people are hitting, like, they're doing real shots on people. People would get mad and they would go into business for themselves. No, at that point, they weren't trying to hit him, like, because everybody knows there's works and shoots. They were turning a work. I mean, they were turning a shoot into a real work. Like, they were trying to hurt each other, and that's not the way of the business. You want your fellow superstars there. For other superstars to get over and continue on with your business, and people are just getting hurt left and right
for no reason.
For just a little bit more safety, and everything would have been fine. I mean, how many neck injuries happened? How many concussions? How many just unnecessary illnesses, and just everything was just insane.
But I mean, you know, you look at all of this, and you kind of stop asking yourself why WCW failed.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. Instead of asking yourself why, it's just how did they last so long?
Because they were stealing superstars from WWE when their contracts were about to expire, promising them so much money and
double what they were worth.
Yeah.
So that's it, and
that's pretty much it.
Have a good day. This is Aaron from the Deep Sea Haven saying goodbye.
Phatman saying see you guys next time.
All right.